Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Diablo 4 video. Well, we have some pretty good news for you today because we found two new farming spots. They said Elite Monsters was, the densities was reduced in Runes of Airdo, it has, but we have two new spots. We're going to head over to Kayla's Mine and Uldra's Cave. Both will have some pretty good elites over there and we can get some loot and some XP. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Now, we know that elite monster densities in dungeon has been nerfed, but we have two new spots that I want you to try out. I'm going to show you exactly all the loot that I got and the XP. Now, first things first, the Ruins of Airdo. We love this layout, but did you know there is a second layout? A lot of people just never formed the second part. And there's two elite monsters both at both ends, and there's still some elites inside of here and some mobs. Not a whole bunch, but still, it's good. Now, here is the run that I am going to show you. This is me running with some friends doing this run, and here's the thing, most people cut out after the figure 8, so to speak, of this farm and run, right? And then they go and wash and repeat, like we always do. But since it's been nerfed, well, everything's a little bit different. The mobs down here, there's no elites. You might run into maybe one, right? But that's about it. And the XP isn't really that great. But the second part, if you add that onto it, well, you're talking about maybe 2 more minutes, but you're definitely going to have 2 more elites guaranteed, as well as some more that's going to spawn in as well. And this is where I think this will still be a decent farm, but only if you head into the second part, right? So here we are. Everybody else is going to go ahead and cut out, so they're not going to do it. But I've been doing this with a lot of different people, and farming the second part was a lot of people's original plan from the beginning. It's just, a lot of people just didn't come over here. But as you can see, there is still some elites over here, and they have some pretty good mobs. And like I said, there's 2 guaranteed elite bosses over here on either side. Now, if you have friends, you can divide and conquer, you know what I mean? And this can be even faster, right? But a lot of people, they never just came down here to the second part. And the crazy part about it is, it's pretty much the same layout as the first part. 2 circle 8s, just like that, before you take out the boss. So like I said, you still can run into some elites down here, and if you combine both of the spots, hey, this spot can still be pretty viable. What do you guys think? I still think it's pretty decent, but only if you head into the second spot. And it's me go ahead and cleaning up this spot right here. Go ahead and take out this boss, and voila. Now after you finish taking out this second boss, you can go ahead, wash and rinse, repeat, and that'll be your whole farm and run for the Runes of Airdo. Yeah, the first part is definitely nerfed. You're not going to get a lot of XP. You're not going to get a lot of elites. But if you do come to the second part, as you can see right here, not bad at all. And if you want to throw a little cherry on top, go ahead and take out the boss. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we're doing right now, and this is what I did and decided to show you exactly, that little farming little loop. Now for the Uldra's Cave, this one is actually going to be pretty good for XP and pretty decent for loot as well. Now when you come over here, you will find some elites, not a whole bunch of elites, but there will be some elite mobs in here. The dungeon layout isn't that great though, so it will take you a little bit more time to get through it, right? But the good news is it feels good. It feels like it dropped loot. As you can see right here, it's dropping loot. So I mean, it's dropping loot, and XP was pretty decent too, running with some friends. So not bad at all. And you might run into a couple of elites. I'm talking about maybe 4, 5, sometimes 6. It's not bad at all. More elites give you more chances to drop that sweet loot, and you never know, you might get yourself a legendary, you might get yourself a unique. You never know. So I came over here to try this one out, and the XP on here was actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So it wasn't as great as Airdo before all the elite mobs, but it's still pretty decent, and I got myself a a nice chunk of XP coming over here. As you can see, my bar is just going up, and yeah, not bad at all. As far as the loot is concerned, it was dropping some loot. So yeah, I mean, if you was one of those persons like me, who like farming at the same time, farming XP at the same time, farming loot, this seems like it's a pretty viable spot. You're just going to have to convince your friends to, you know, split up and go in certain directions if they can go that way, to kind of save yourself some time doing this, because like I said, the layout is a little bit different. You know, it's not no circle 8 in here. It's going to be pulling you in different directions, but like I said, it is a ton of enemies in here still, and you want to get yourself some good XP and some good loot. The downside of this is once again, yeah, it will take you some time to go ahead and take out all of these enemies. And if you're playing with a group and you're splitting up in different ways, it can be few far and in between with little straggler enemies here and there that can stop you along the way, that can slow you down before you get to your mobs, just like you see right here. So it is a little bit different, but you know, just stick with it, and it can be, you know, I guess it's pretty good. You know, the XP is good, the loot was good for me, and I had some friends that said they didn't like it, right? So they didn't like the map layout. The XP was decent, and it was like, you know, I don't like the layouts, but it was good. It was good. Go ahead and complete it, and there is your run. Rather longer than expected. Now, Caleb's mine, or however you want to pronounce that, was actually pretty good, and it was way faster. But they did have a lot of these lightning vengeful spirits that just a pain in the ass. So if you don't mind, you know, having your abilities halted, you know, then, you know, this can definitely be pretty decent. You know, there's a ton of elites in here as well, just not huge mobs of elites. But as you can see right here, there's enemies in here, you know, and yeah, they do drop loot. Just know that they do stun your abilities, you know, so it's kind of rather hard for you to get off your moves. At least it was for me, you know what I'm saying? But the loot was good for this part, you know. Boom, there it is right there. Some loot right here. Let me close some space, and I'll pick up this little ancestral dagger, make my way along the rest of this. Everybody else is ahead of me, so they're already slaying enemies. So I was a little bit behind. Like I said, some of these enemies will come, and you know, there was still some elites that these guys left behind. You know, never want to leave elites. Elites definitely are going to give you more XP, and on top of that, they are the ones that's going to drop you the chance to get the legendaries, the chance to get the uniques. You know what I mean? So there it is. Caleb's mine. We also have Ruins of Airdo if you take it all the way to the end. And last but not least, Older's Cave. So boom, get out there, get your farming in. Let me know down below what you think about the two spots that me and friends been farming over here. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing and welcome. And don't forget to subscribe, because right here at Karpo I upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support, and as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.